Hello, welcome to your pick a card reading about your immediate future. So, what should you expect, or who might be coming into your life, or what else should you need to know as you move through your week ahead? Okay, welcome to your immediate future. I hope that you will thoroughly understand the way that I've constructed the piles and your messages for today or for your week ahead. So you have different options to help you choose. You can choose according to the timestamp or the cover card or the crystal. So you can choose the color of the doorways. So this will be blue, red, brown. This is like a hallway, and then this is a cracked door. Or the crystals are pile 1 is Apophyllite, pile 2 is a pink fluorite, pile 3 is a yellow fluorite, and pile 4 is, a blue fluorite. So let me just fix the lighting really quickly and allow you a moment to choose whichever pile is getting your attention the most. Pile 1. Hello, if you chose pile 1, so what or who is in your immediate future? What should you need to know? What should you focus on? Or what is trying to come into your awareness? I need to be honest with you. I already started recording this video in this pile when I had fat finger syndrome and I accidentally ended the recording, so I'm having to start over again. But maybe that's a sign for me, right? Maybe I wasn't like on the right mindset the first time around, so perhaps second time is a charm. If you were drawn to the Apophyllite, what do you need to know about your immediate future? And the Divine Door, and these two cards actually, I just pulled last minute to help you choose. I don't know if we will need the messages in these or not. So I'm going to set these aside so that we can focus on the more important messages for your reading for right now. Okay, so the first cards are going to reveal your current energy, your current mindset. Let me put this up here. So there's Pluto, Judgment, the King of Wands, Two of Swords. It seems that you're likely to make a really important decision in your life this week. Or if you don't make that decision, then something of a higher power it might seem to you that something else is making a huge decision for you. But let's look at the other cards and see where your power lies in your current situation, your power to choose. Now, this is your energy, so King of Wands is probably ready to take action or to be self-assertive or to pursue something. So let's look at your other cards really quickly. Completion. Celebration. Ooh. So the number 21, aka 3. The number 3, aka 3. Actually, when I come back over here, you also have 22. So, do you know whether or not you are a master number 22 or a master number 33? Because this week represents a completion of a cycle. And with this card, it could be similar to the World card in Tarot, but it's almost as if this week you should expect to receive that last missing piece of the puzzle. Or perhaps you've been waiting for information or knowledge or a conversation. It almost feels like there's still something that you've been waiting, that last little nugget, so that you can make a decision with clarity in your life. Of course, what this decision is really depends on you. What is it that you're wanting to choose? Perhaps you're going to choose to end conversations or communications with other people or groups. But let's look at the other cards to reveal your energy and your potentials for the week. Okay, energy, courage. Let me put this right here. Well, you have the energy, you have the courage, you have the determination, but there's still, I don't know, Are you feeling kind of fuzzy-minded at the moment? If you are, then there's a reason for that. So try not to force a serious decision at this time, especially if you're not seeing things clearly. Oh, that would make sense, because there's something new that is about to reveal itself to you, which is what you're waiting for to make this serious decision, moving forward with something in your life. And again, it starts with a decision, but maybe you're not aware of all of your options yet. Maybe this doorway is still closed. Oh, and even the blue door with the star on it, I feel like you're being guided, or something is coming in for you, this piece of information or knowledge. Let's look at your pocket tarot. Oh, look. So the pocket tarot is saying, go, the time is right, but go where? I think move in the direction of where you can feel more inspired. Go, the time is right. So the timing of something is happening. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you are feeling like life is happening to you at the moment. The world is changing around you, and you're just trying to remember or find your sense of stability or reason, or maybe even control over your current situation. All right, which would make sense. Maybe you're not really understanding what's changing or what's happening, but something new is definitely in the process of manifesting. So you will be seeing this soon, and you'll be able to make a clearer choice or decision for yourself. So clarity, you might be lacking at the moment, or at least the inability to choose or to decide, to make a serious decision about something. So what are you mastering this week? So you have the planet Jupiter that is sending you blessings and good fortune. So wait for that. Maybe you've already received this blessing, and that's what's waiting for you to choose or make that decision. Okay. And sixth house refers to your health, your well-being, your daily routine, nurturing yourself, nurture your mind, nurture your body, find the strength, find the courage and the confidence. But Jupiter expands everything that it touches. So simply put, this card also refers to a full-time job. So for those of you needing a new job or something to focus on to enhance your daily routine, your lifestyle, then of course you don't really have to wait to start improving your lifestyle, improving your daily routine, because you're already in the perfect space to do that. But if you're hoping for something else or something different, let's just look at the other cards to see. But the most important message here, or the planet that is supporting you, is Jupiter. So Jupiter could bring you lessons on an opportunity to learn or discover the truth, or to find more clarity, to help you make a decision, to use your energy to pursue something completely new, out of the blue even. Okay, so the High Priestess, technically saying I'm going to put this right here, your higher self, or your spiritual self, your intuition is guiding you. So before you make a huge, serious decision about anything this week, tune into your intuition, tune into your body. How does it make you feel? Are you feeling comfortable? Wow, and you also have the wheel here. So representing timing, making this decision for yourself in perfect timing. The Chariot, wow, and the Fool. now I can understand why, if some of you are kind of fuzzy-headed, right? If you're not experiencing clarity of mind or clarity of thought, you're not able to choose, maybe it's not necessarily the perfect time, the time for you to make that decision, because when it is time for you to make a serious decision to move forward towards anything in your life, that next step is going to be revealed to you. You're going to see it. That's what helps you to choose. That's what helps you to make that decision. But if you're still experiencing uncertainty, or if you're feeling fuzzy-headed, it's really up to you. The importance here is for you to take a look at what is made available to you right now. What are your choices? What are your options showing you? And then choose from these options that are right there in front of you. If you need to take physical action towards something, then that option is going to show up for you. But if there's something that's happening in your clairvoyancy or your intuition, if your intuition is trying to guide you through inspiration, it's important to trust your gut. So I would guess that maybe even these cards are confusing you. And if that's the case, then it's really not the time for you to make any serious life-changing decisions. It's important to just kick back, wait until you have all of the information that you need in order to make a serious decision with clarity. It's possible that some of you might be feeling like you need to take a leap of faith or surrender to something and take a leap of faith, but please do know that your personal astrology is affecting you. It may be affecting the quality of your mind, and if you don't have to make a huge life-altering decision this week, then don't. Unless, of course, it's this full-time job that is being offered to you, right? Something that's going to bring you more stability, allow you to take more responsibility. Wow. So this is the perfect week for you to master your mind, master your thoughts. And honestly, since just yesterday there was a lunar eclipse, it's marking a point or a period of time or a cycle in your life that is about to bring you blessings and good fortune. But perhaps this uncertainty is still here because you're waiting for the solar eclipse. You're waiting for a certain kind of cycle. So this could be a moon cycle. This is why I feel it's so important to start learning more about astrology, your personal transits. Because where the planets are moving around in your life, in your chart, are the areas of your life that are being affected or causing you confusion or uncertainty. So remember, if you're confused, it's not the best time to make a serious life-altering decision. If you can, just kick back, relax, reflect, tune into your intuition, and trust that for whatever reason you're experiencing this fuzziness of the head, or maybe you are being guided by the oneness, right? This Pisces energy, the Pisces-influenced moon, or something else. Neptune might be affecting you as well, because Neptune is definitely affecting my sense of spirituality. So let's just move along to the door and see what the message is here. Oh, wow, look at this. The art of life. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. So tune into love, self-love. Let me put this over here. Be bold in your skin, meaning it's not talking about your mind or making a serious life-altering decision. Let's look at the message from your spirit guides or your higher self. Maybe this is a challenge. Oh my gosh. When it feels right, do it. But remember, the number 32 represents change. Interesting. So you might feel emotionally charged, like you need to take action to do something, but maybe it's all you need is physical exercise. That's how I would interpret these. I wouldn't make a serious life-altering decision this week. If this was my personal reading, I'm saying. But I think there's still something new that is coming in for you. The doors are going to be opening soon. Maybe wait it out before you make, a really serious decision that you might regret. We don't want you to make any decisions that you're going to regret. Anyway, so this is like the outline of your week ahead. Group number 1. I think it's something important to remember. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. But this is a general reading, so again, I hope that you take the time to start learning more about your own personal astrology and how it affects your reality. It will help you make better decisions for yourself in your life as you're moving through transits, especially transits that feel confusing. So this is your video reading for the week ahead. I hope you enjoyed this and found it informative. If you did, please do click the like button. I do offer astrology transit readings, so if there's something serious that you would like to understand greater, but maybe you don't have the time or the patience or the willingness to study your own astrology, if you'd like a private reading, feel free to reach out to me. My link is down below. But everything is going to be okay. Just be careful what you think before you take that leap. Make sure you have something to land on the other side. If you're drawn to another pile or a door or a crystal, then do feel free to check out some more messages or energies over there. Hello, group 2. If you chose this pink fluorite crystal, I'm going to put this over here. And honestly, I just pulled these 2 cards as a backdrop to help you choose. I know that this individual is the divine guardian for a fact, but let's look at let's look at the actual tarot cards and understand the energy, your energy this week, and then move from there. Wow, so we're starting with the Fool card, King of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. How many of you feel like you need to surrender yourself to something unknown? It could be the effect of Uranus, which is now retrograde, but it could also be Neptune, because Neptune is retrograde and it's just about to go back into 0 degrees, which is really intense. It's spiritual. It's woo-woo. It can be rather woo-woo. Really just kind of depends on the quality of your mind or the quality of your Mercury placement, which governs your mind and the way that you think. So how many of you are familiar with your natal Mercury? Curious minds want to know. I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay. Consciousness. Your consciousness is shifting, your mind. Happy success. So these are the outlines of your immediate future or the next 7 days. I'm not sure what the Pocket Tarot is saying. Something is unlikely, but let's just see what is likely. Let's see what's likely. Oh, look at that change. Maybe what you think is likely is not necessarily likely. So, what are you thinking about? What are you worrying about? Participation. Interesting. So, let's look at these other. I know I'm thinking. Now I'm talking to myself. It's like these are. Okay. That's why I don't know what I'm thinking. 12th house is a house of spirit, house of God, house of the invisible, house of the oneness, participation. There's definitely something woo-woo. And when I mean woo-woo, it really means it's like it could be a sense of confusion or something that's changing that maybe you're not really understanding. Okay, and Mars wants to take action. So you might be feeling a lot of extra energy at the moment. So if you are experiencing a lot of buildup of energy, it might be really helpful for you to, exercise more, to do some cardio. Trying to think of where I want to. Here, the Five of Swords. Something that you're thinking or expecting is not likely. That's what the message here is saying. Let's pull this over here. So, for higher consciousness, spiritual consciousness is asking for your conscious participation. Interesting. And right now, Mars is transiting Libra. So, Mars is how we feel inspired to take action. And Libra energy is looking for justice or fairness or balance for all people, for all beings. Okay, so in the bigger picture, group 2, this week, your immediate future is allowing you to, or it might be challenging some of you, to find a happy balance within your mind, your heart's desires, what you desire, if you're hoping for something to manifest, because something is changing with the 0-point field and this change, the number 10. Wow. This should prove to be a very interesting week. Okay. Ground yourself, anchor yourself, earth yourself. I'm looking at this number 8. It's the infinity symbol, your infinite connection, your connection with the earth. Stabilize yourself. You have Empress energy. Ooh. The Alchemist. Okay. So this week, your immediate future, group number 2, is all about making adjustments within yourself, your health, your well-being, your diet, the things that you love, nurturing your home, your family, your garden, making adjustments. That's what this week is all about. So you might feel like you're being forced to make adjustments in your daily practice or your daily routine, or something, maybe you're being forced to change what you believe. So there is something definitely shifting, changing in the background theme of your life. And I don't know, maybe this is something that's changing your mind or the thoughts that you are thinking about. But you have King of Swords here. So would you say this is your energy, that this is your mindset, or would you see this as somebody else? Okay, you have the Alchemist here. So I'm assuming that this is the perfect week for group number 2 to master your thoughts. You can change the things that you think about. And when you do so, it will improve the quality of your life, your daily routine, your health, your well-being. And of course, when you focus on love and self-love, self-nurturing, then, okay, it should prove to be a very enjoyable week. I don't really I'm not really picking up on any messages here for group 2 that are saying that you will conquer something or that something is coming in for you. But this manifestation with the infinity symbol and the wholeness, the yin and the yang, finding a happy balance within yourself, your mind, and your daily routine, nurturing these things, is going to totally improve, well, your health and your well-being. So bliss is possible. It doesn't mean that you have to take a leap of faith. Okay, but I feel like this is a choice point for all of you to let go of a chaotic mind or a stressful mind and simply just focus on and tune into all of the things that you enjoy the most. Everything that nurtures you, that makes you feel better in your daily routine, whatever this is. Some of you might have to go to work full-time. Others of you may be retired and you have a lot of free time. Oh, dang, look, you've got 2 8s here. I just now noticed that. Okay. Honestly, what I'm feeling like this week, over the next 7 days, or your immediate future, however long this is going to last for you, you're probably feeling pulled or called towards something that may not necessarily make logical sense. But what is this that is calling your attention? What is this energy, this emotion? It's peace. It's earth energy. It's the Divine Mother, self-love, finding ways to create happiness in your daily routine. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to completely change your daily routine. If there's something that you are, like if you usually keep yourself stuck in a certain routine, this is the perfect week for you to change or make adjustments within that or within yourself, your emotions, your mind, your expectations. Surrender to something that is unknown, especially if it's an emotion or if suddenly you're feeling gooey or you're feeling more loving. That's because there is a higher calling that you may not necessarily see. This is the product of the 12th house in astrology. So something is definitely calling you towards more inner peace, love, happiness, fulfillment. Wow. But again, it's your choice, right? You are the King of Swords. You can choose to surrender your mind and just simply indulge yourself in something else that is more enjoyable. And some of you might actually feel like you're being forced to change or make adjustments, which this would be the byproduct of Saturn. Saturn is affecting all of our lives right now. So take a look at your current astrology transits, where they are transiting in your life. I would think that maybe Saturn could be transiting your 6th house, but it really does depend on your birthday and your time of birth. So I will leave that up to your discretion. Or you can just connect with the earth and just empty your mind. Have a conversation with your garden or with the dirt around your home. Or take a hike to the river or get a higher view. Yeah, there's definitely something calling you into a better feeling space, which can also bring you peace of mind. And some of you might feel like you have extra physical energy that you need to get rid of. And again, this is where hiking or exercise, cardio, can be beneficial because there's like built up energy inside of you that maybe you're feeling like you really need to get rid of that. Okay, now I'm curious about, I know what this is. I know this is the Divine Guardian. Maybe this week you have the potential to access ancient divine wisdom or wisdom from your ancestors, or a higher calling, a higher awareness. But what is a Divine Guardian saying? Okay, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. So you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Yep, I said it. Try not to force anything mentally this week. I want to look at this card from your spirit helpers. It might be maybe a challenge. Are you willing to accept a challenge from your spirit guides? Oh, look at this. You are your purpose. Number 25 might be a significant number for you, or number 7. Definitely divine. Something divine is communicating with you. Check this out. And so this is you. And look at this huge, amazing winged being that is around you with all that pink, ooey gooey energy, love, compassion. Maybe it's a spiritual hug. You are your purpose. Well, at least this week you are. Listen to your heart. Nurture. Wow. Okay. I don't really feel like this week maybe it's a better week to just take a time out to surrender your mind and your thoughts and just kind of tune into your body, your emotions, your home, right? Your daily routine, the things that you need to do that nurture your mentality, right? Your well-being. And you have the angels here as well, assisting you, or these could be, spirit beings, your spirit guides. So you have the power to change. Oh my gosh, maybe this is the better message. This week you have the power to change everything that you believe in. So if there's anything that you're wanting to change in your life or your mind or your health, your daily routine, this week would be the week for you to master that. I'm wondering, okay, if you're trying to manifest something or make something to manifest, something will manifest, but it's not by the forcing of your mind, your thoughts. It's something that's being manifest through the 0 point field, which is a spiritual energy. It's manifesting from the absence of thought. Dang, talk about deep messages. Could never do. So if there's any time that you're ready to master your mind or master your life, master your alchemy, this would be the week for you to do so. All right, these are the messages that I have for you. There's definitely a lot of woo or like uncertainty, and maybe this is because of the full moon, which was yesterday. And remember, in 2 weeks we have a solar eclipse, so maybe you feel like you're in between or you're out of sorts right now. And if you are feeling these things, please know that it's not just you. There are many others that are kind of feeling in between or out of sorts. But there's always this higher, this infinite connection, or your connection with Earth, your home, your garden, that will always help you to feel safe or stable, even during times of mental uncertainty or lack of clarity. It's like something is preparing you before this new beginning or this leap of faith, or before something new manifests. Anyway, how are you interpreting these? Feel free to comment below. I mean, there's so many different messages here that could be, individualized for everyone who chooses this pile. So you can combine all these cards if you're ready to master your reality. If you're not ready to master your reality, then, choose the ones that are getting your attention the most, and then, move forward with those. Know that they are supporting you at this time. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do click the like button. If you're interested in learning more about your astrological components, your current transits, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to assist you with that, either natal or even your current. Actually, I could give you both in a private reading. If you want to understand your natal purpose and your current transits, feel free to reach out to me. My link is below. Other than that, if you're drawn to another pile, then do feel free to choose another pile. And let's get some more messages for you. What is working in your favor this week? Hello, pile number 3. So welcome to your immediate future pick a card reading. So what or who is in your immediate future? What do you need to know? Those of you working on mastering something in your life, then hopefully some messages of mastery will come through for you. That being said, if you were drawn to this yellow fluorite crystal, I'm going to put it over here. And honestly, the Divine Door and this card I used as a backdrop to help you choose your pile. But the other 2 piles, I felt called to look at the messages on the flip side of these, so I probably will for you as well. But first, let's look at your energy for the week ahead, where you're at right now in your life. Okay, Justice, the number 11, which is a master number. Interesting, there were master numbers that showed up in another pile as well. Justice, King of Cups, 7 of Wands. So, sorry, I'm laughing because the first message I hear is, trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Hold your ground. So the Justice card, So the number 11, it resonates with enlightenment, your power. You have a powerful effect on other people. Or maybe what you're experiencing in, your individual life is affecting you emotionally, but stand your ground. Yeah, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let's look at your other cards. The energy of letting go, the number 3. Let me put this down here because I have 2 of the Zenos Tarot. Go with the flow. Wow. You know what? The Fool showed up in another pile as well. Surrender what you think you know. You're in the right place. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Hold your ground. Trust your intuition. The past is like there are doors closing. So, of course, your immediate future, you're like walking a hallway or a pathway. So this week might feel more transitional for you as you're like maybe moving through timelines. Maybe that's why this card is reminding you to go with the flow, like surrender and just flow. Okay. Some of you might still be holding on to the past or looking back on the past, but this week, I feel like you're being encouraged to just kind of like surrender to something new. Something new is calling you. Keep in mind, we just had a full moon in Pisces. Water, energy, consciousness. This blue-green. What does Pocket Tarot have to say? Not the right time. I don't know. I don't know what it's not the right time for. Okay, let's look at your other messages. What makes you feel secure within your home, your body, your space? And the planet this week is Mercury. Pay attention to your thoughts. Communication. Oh, I think this is a reminder to hold on to positive thoughts, right? Hold your ground emotionally. Interesting. This is saying, as you did in the past, what makes you feel secure. But this was upside down. So something that you always relied upon, maybe something that you have always believed that made you feel secure or supported or stable in your life. These are saying, let that go. Something has changed. In like more of an alignment or better alignment for you. So let go of what you thought that you knew. Let go. Try, what's the best way to describe this? Your mind might be stuck in like needing to do things or live your life a certain way. Oh, the number 7. So if you were born on, let's just say, well, the 7th or the 16th or the 25th, your personality energy is the number 7. And people who are born into a really strong 7 energy, they have a certain truth that they live by that has always been, and it almost feels like something might be, right now, something might be challenging you or what you think that you know, or challenging your beliefs, but everything is happening for a reason. This is supposed to be happening. Wow. So let go of your need to control. Let go of certain things that you've been holding on to, things that you believe that aren't necessarily true, or they're no longer true for you. Oh my gosh. So pay attention to your thoughts and try to notice whenever you are doubting yourself, or if you're still believing in something that is no longer supporting you in your life, or it's no longer supporting you emotionally. You have the power to incorporate a new belief system or to change. You definitely always have the power to change what you're thinking about at any given time. So right now is not the time to just surrender or to try and escape the situation, because there's like something deeper that is changing in your life or within your mind. Okay. Okay, I'm not surprised that the Hierophant is in your pile. Access your higher mind. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The Moon may be affecting you, your emotions. Tune into your emotions, wow. And you also have the Ace of Cups. What's going on for pile 3 this week? Your immediate future. They're definitely, your emotions are calling you towards something deeper, like a deeper awareness. How do you feel? Do you feel emotionally supported in your life by others? Because if you don't, it's important for you to become your own emotional support system. Now, I completely understand that not everybody feels their emotions. Not everyone even trusts their emotions. But something is being activated here, your heart. It could be a higher consciousness, or, this unconditional love, right? Which is the energy of the universe that is calling you. So this is like an emotional breakthrough I feel like you're going to have this week. And it's kind of similar to the other piles in this video reading, because the other piles were also saying it's not necessarily the right time to make a serious life-changing decision. This week is more reflective. It's time to tune out, or to reflect, or to kind of surrender your thoughts or what you think that you know. And you know what? This is probably being caused by Neptune. Neptune in retrograde. It's been in Aries, of course, since earlier this year, but it's about within the next few days or the next week or so. It's going back into 00 degrees, which is a spiritual, it's a 0 point woo-woo. That's what it can cause. And Neptune may cause us to be illusional or delusional. It may make our imagination become overly active. And for some who aren't able to understand the difference between their logical, practical reality or their imagination or the woo, their reality, especially if your mind thinks like a Pisces, the oneness. So it's really important to ascertain the difference between, ask yourself, are you thinking logically? Are you thinking practically? Are you using your mind for practical purposes this week? Or is something calling you to surrender to it? Now, if this if this deeper calling is wanting you to surrender to your deep inner knowing or your emotional well-being, your physical body, right, which is also the same as your home. So feeling comfortable, supported within your home, within your body, then of course this is a great meditative practice for all of you to choose or to start a new practice for yourself. It will also allow you to experience wonderful energy healing and to realize a deeper truth while you're navigating some sort of emotional uncertainty. But again, keep in mind the Justice card usually shows up saying everything is working in perfect divine timing for you. Your mind might not understand why. And your emotions might definitely be calling you towards something else or something higher or something different. But again, it may not necessarily be the right time for you to make a serious life-changing decision. So the more you can relax and go with the flow, listen to music, allow for energy healing, surrender your mind, the better off you will be this week. The more you can tune into the collective or, the universal consciousness, the oneness, unity consciousness, you can experience that unconditional love from your higher self, if this is something that you choose to experience. It seems that for all of these piles so far, this is a transitional week. So it would be a perfect week for you to get creative, to use your imagination, to visualize, to dream or to daydream. Visualize your future, right? What does your future life look like? If you're wanting to move or something like that, now is the perfect time for you to imagine, to feel yourself there, to visualize it, to dream about your future. And keep in mind, some of you might feel emotionally challenged or triggered. And so this is just a messenger letting you become aware of the fact that you have the power to control what emotionally triggers you. But that also requires, self-analyzation and, working on yourself and your emotions and detaching yourself from allowing other people or situations to trigger you in a negative or a harmful way. You have the power to manage and take control over your emotions or what you're feeling at any given moment. And maybe this is the perfect week for that. So again, like what you seek is seeking you. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Something that's been hidden is going to show up in your life. And again, these could just be your emotions coming to the surface. So if you're feeling emotional, allow yourself an opportunity to cry, and if you need to listen to music or watch a movie that helps you cry, you probably find that that's very helpful. There's something that's really trying to release itself or make itself visible to you this week. I feel like this video is more about self-mastery. So when you're ready to master your life or your energy or your mind, that's what all of these are revealing to you. Now, some of you may not even care about mastering anything, so try not to make all of these cards make perfect sense for you unless you are mastering your mind or mastering your emotions or mastering unconditional love, your connection with the 0 point. Then it's a perfect opportunity for you to rise above and master these things. But if you're not, if you're really just trying to navigate your emotions, then choose to utilize the message or the card or specific cards that are jumping out to you, that are getting your attention right now. But this week, everything that is showing up or maybe even triggering you it's calling you back to yourself to remember what makes you feel secure. If there's something that you need to let go of that is causing you to feel unstable or unsupported in your life, then maybe that's what you need to choose. But it's something that you're choosing to focus on or to allow to affect you. So pay attention to your mind, your thoughts, because even an anxious mind will create unnecessary, uncomfortable emotions. within. And I don't really think you want to create more turbulence within yourself. I feel like astrology right now is very impactful. It's affecting humans in a very profound and deep way, especially with Saturn and Neptune. And if you're an individual who is studying astrology, then, do feel free to share your insights on the video if you want to. What are you experiencing during these transits? Not the right time. So maybe we're just waiting for the solar eclipse before we make any serious decisions, life-changing decisions in all of our lives. Let's look at it's not a divine door, it's like a passageway. Oh, look at this, patience, of course. So patience is your key word for this week. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Interesting. When the mind is stressful, just tune into your body, tune into nature, water, your garden, your home, your inner self. What do your spirit guides want you to know? This might be a challenge card for you. Carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. Wow. You have another number 11 here, 47. Are you a light bringer? Are you a light worker? Carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. The light within you. So I think at the very beginning of this pile, I picked up on enlightenment for the number 11. Enlightenment, divine truth, the Hierophant. There's definitely something higher that is calling you this week. If you can find the time to take the time to tune into that, it's not necessarily something that you'll be able to understand using your mind. So 1111 might be a significant number for you, calling you at this time too. Okay, well, pile number 3. Definitely interesting messages. If you feel a little uncertain, the other piles, some of them were that way as well, but maybe this week, nothing is certain. So try and surrender your need to control and just kind of see what arises for you this week. Might be, the best advice to follow. Try not to force anything, but tune into your heart and your emotions. And try to remain patient. I know maybe there is still things shifting in the background theme of your life this week. Anyway, pile 3, these are your messages, your immediate future. So these might be other people coming into your world, but I'm just reading this as if you were trying to master your life, your emotions, your mind. So of course, it's more important for you to use whatever cards that work best for your current level of consciousness and what you're working on in your life at this time. That being said, I wish you a wonderful week. And if you were drawn to another pile, you might want to check out the messages in the other pile as well, because each pile is interpreting a certain level of mastery. So maybe I should put that in the title of the video. Okay, bye for now. Hello, pile number 4. So welcome to your messages about your immediate future, what or who is coming into your life, or what do you need to know. And if you chose this divine door, notice you've got a lotus flower on the bottom of the door, or maybe you were attracted to the blue fluorite crystal. Okay, I've decided after the first 3 piles that this video is revealing the pathway to mastery, meaning we're all being encouraged to master ourselves, our emotions, our minds, our energy this week. And so these 2 cards I pulled just to help you to choose So I did look at the messages, though, in the other piles for these, and I will look at yours as well after we go through the other cards. But what do you need to know, group number 4, about your immediate future this week? What's going on? So you have the World. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. This is your energy. So the first message is coming through is to trust that you have everything that you need. Your finances are stable. Some of you might be receiving a job offer this week. For those of you looking for work or an opportunity or a pathway, something new is going to be offered to you. But trust that, right, you are financially stable, or more financial stability is coming in or going to be offered to you soon. Okay, the number 8, intention. Let's look at these cards. Healing. So this is like mind, body, healing, the outsider. Interesting. So, okay. I would describe these cards as pile 4, you're waiting. Maybe you're eager or you're anxious about something. Maybe you feel like you're the outsider. You're waiting for something better or something new to happen. You've been holding intentions, asking for something to manifest. So, yeah, definitely whatever it is that you need to show up in your life as a support system this week, this is what's going to manifest for group number 4, and it's going to bring you a sense of healing, peace of mind with your intentions. So, or through this is something that you've been focusing on and asking for. So finally, like some sort of definite conclusion. The other piles, honestly, were really very interesting, to be honest. Get more information. Okay. Discovery. More information. More opportunities coming in for you this week. What are the planets that are supporting you the most? Okay. Pluto, resurrection. Okay, with the World card, something is changing, or... Well, Pluto is in Aquarius at the moment, so I don't really know where it's transiting in your personal astrology. So this is like resurrection. Something is coming back around, something new. Making the right connections within your local community. And for the purpose of keeping this a practical reading, it's still whatever it is that you need to feel stable, that's what you should expect to receive. And there may not be anything crazy that changes, but some of you who are looking for a new job or new support, then that's what this resurrection energy, something new, is coming in for you. And what more specific this is, it depends on your personal astrology and your current transit. So look to see where Saturn is currently transiting in your chart or in your 3rd house. Information, your local community, other people. There's definitely the energy of you searching for something, or maybe something is searching for you. But the number 8 is significant here as well. Okay, so there's inspiration. There's definitely a lot of new. The Tower, sudden and unexpected. Wow. The Ace of Pentacles. And Justice. Okay, so now is the time where I have to say everything is working out in your favor. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. This week, you should expect everything that you've been waiting for, even if it's a sudden and unexpected new beginning. You're going to still land on your feet. So maybe for some of you, you lost your sense of power, or you've been feeling powerless. And this week you are manifesting, or everything is going to show up that will allow you to reclaim your power or step into your power. So some of you are going back to work. Others of you might be creating your own financial stability in some way. And I'm not going to go into detail about that because that really does depend on your choices, your astrology, your personalities, etc. But you know what? For some of you, you might experience all sorts of change or endings and new beginnings this week. But remember the beginning message here. Trust that you still have everything that you need to support yourself and your daily routine. So it might be your local community that is changing, or people in your community are changing. But you should still also trust that you have everything that you need. If you need to know more, then get more information, what you need to know to support yourself. But this is, what's the best word to use with this? I don't want to say divine justice, but things are happening in your life this week, group 4, that is either going to end something, or it's going to begin something new, or it's going to create some sort of chaos or change in your life, in your reality. But the universe has got your back. You're still being supported. You may not understand what is happening outside of you or around you, or maybe some of you are experiencing something woo, like spiritual, which is causing a little uncertainty in your mind or something like that. But remember, it's a general reading, so, how are you feeling right now? Are you being provided options that are putting you in the place to choose, to make a decision? Because I feel like everything is showing up for you this week to help you to choose to take action in your life, to move forward, which is crazy because the other piles in this video reading, most of them were saying, okay, it's not the time to choose. It's not the right time to make a life-altering decision. It's not. And then this pile number 4, it's like, wow, you're free. But keep in mind, I've noticed that all of the cards in the piles are bringing like messages of mastery. So for those of you wanting to master your mind, master your finances, master your energy, your power to manifest, master your life, right? Master your body, master healing, master your intentions, then you may be able to make sense out of combining all of these cards and all of these messages. But for the rest of you who don't really care to master anything, then just run with the cards that are getting your attention the most, because these are the ones that are supporting you the most right now along your path, along your journey. So even if unexpected changes happen in your local community, trust that, try to remain solid and grounded on your feet. Trust that if something is removed, something else and even better is going to replace that this week. But this is at least the energy of the week for group number 4. Some of you may have lost something and it's going to return. You're going to find it again. This could be balance. This could be peace. It could be justice, even with the justice card here. It really just kind of depends on, what is playing out in your lives, your realities right now. And for everyone, we're all experiencing a unique reality. That's the cool thing about astrology, is that everyone is experiencing a reality in a completely different way than everyone else, which is probably why people tend to want to disagree with others, because maybe they don't acknowledge the fact that everyone is experiencing reality in a very unique way, according to your chosen path, your intentions. Yeah, something just said everything is going to be okay, although the week for some of you might feel like chaos. Others of you may realize that you have complete control and power to make that choice, that decision, with whatever is showing up for you. Okay. I just need to end these messages here because I feel like sometimes if I say too much, if there's some people that don't really understand the bigger picture or what creates our reality, our consciousness, our lives, our purposes, that sort of thing. So the more I say, I think the more I confuse people. But I think group 4, you've got the power and the resources to do whatever you need to do for yourself this week. So let's look at your divine door with the lotus flower here. Let's see what the message Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So again, get more information if you need to. This is the perfect time for you to take action based on what is showing up for you, what is manifesting for you. For you to reclaim your power, your sense of stability, whatever it is that you need in your lives. Wow. Or even in your mind. Let's look at your Spirit Helper card to see what your spirit guides want to say. This might be a challenge for you or an opportunity. So let's just look to see. Look at this. You have the power to make yourself better. Okay, group 4, these are your messages about your week ahead. Remember, try not to make it all make sense. If it doesn't, it's not supposed to. So just choose one card and use the energy of that one. And then you can always come back to this video, choose a different card. But life, your spirit guides, the sense of timing, all are trying to help you to master or find creative mastery for yourself in your life this week. So I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you did, please just click the like button. You're always welcome to share your insights as well. If you're intuiting something else here that you want to share with everyone else, feel free to do so. If you are curious about your natal astrology or your life purpose, destiny, current transits, if you're trying to make sense of something in your life that isn't necessarily making sense, if you'd like a private reading from me, I'd be more than happy to do a reading for you. And so, that being said, you can check out my links below if you want to request a reading. But other than that, yeah, do feel free to go through the messages again, and then, whatever sticks, whatever resonates is best for you right now. And really, that's all you need to do. Nothing more is expected from you at this time. So I'm wishing you all a beautiful week, an empowering week, a healing week ahead. And, I will see you in the next pick a card reading. Bye for now.